Okay guys, Growth Talks episode number 2. Today I want to talk about the pain that made me actually change my life. And it is quite funny actually. I felt physical pain as well as mental pain and pain in real life. I felt mostly physical pain. And this physical pain I also felt like 2 days ago. So that gave me the idea to make a video today about the pain that actually changed my life. So I've been diagnosed with Crohn's disease. So it's basically a disease with your gut health, yada yada yada. You can do research on it. Basically, it means your gut health is not optimal and it's more sensitive, and sometimes you feel more pain from your gut, and sometimes you feel less pain. So that's basically it. But it all started back when I was 17 and I was in a friend group, and I was just in a normal friend group, and I was a very insecure, skinny guy just living a normal average life. And you're 17, okay, so there's nothing wrong with that. But I also got diagnosed with this Crohn's disease. And basically my friends, quote unquote, at the time, they basically counted me out. So basically they made fun of me, they laughed at me, they didn't invite me to hang out, to go to parties, etc., etc. And that was actually a very dark moment in my life where I felt super lonely. I didn't have a lot of real friends. And that's also the turning point when I started working on myself. So I started doing my first business. I started actually just hustling, selling replica football t-shirts online. Back then I was also very passionate about football, soccer, whatever you want to call it. I started selling those products, and I literally made like my first 1k euros, because I'm from the Netherlands, euros online. So that was pretty life-changing. So it's quite funny that I felt this pain literally like 2 days ago. It was 2 days ago. 2 days ago I felt this pain, and that really got me thinking about those days back then when I was 17. It's already like 6 years ago, almost, right? So guys, that's basically the main topic of this video. Always remember why you're doing things. I did that. I started my business. I started improving my life. I started this self-improvement journey because I was in pain. I was in physical pain, but also in a very dark place, in a mental pain, you could say, because my friends left me. I was super insecure. I was skinny. Didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. And you can say you're only 17, but still I think age really doesn't matter that much. When you're around these ages, you will for most men it will be a very hard time most of the time, and they have to figure themselves out, right? So that's what I also had to do, and it's quite funny that I get remembered by this pain. So I think it's some sign from the universe. I really believe in that I gotta be grateful where I'm at, but this is also a reminder that I'm now feeling this pain again, literally 2 days ago, because of this Crohn's disease I have. I think it's another reason to go even harder. Obviously, when I was in that pain back then, I started working on myself, I started improving myself, I started going to the gym. I put on like 20-25 kilograms of muscle mass, started becoming very confident, strong, lean, got myself a girlfriend eventually where I'm now living with, and I have a daughter with. So things have changed quickly. So it's quite funny that I got remembered to this pain again, and I want you to also remember your pain or your reason why you're on this self-improvement journey. Because if your pain isn't that big, or if your desire to achieve something isn't that big, you're probably not gonna do it. You're probably not gonna pull it off. I'm just gonna keep it real. Because the pain was so big for me, and I had to do something different. And once I found the way out, which was e-com dropshipping at the time for me, I was like, okay, I have to make this work. And it didn't work for me for like the first 6 months because I was super arrogant, didn't learn from anyone else, watched every single YouTube video, failed for loads of months. But eventually I invested in a mentorship, and that's basically where it changed my life. But to get back to the point, make sure you have a real pain inside, right? I want to share this story to inspire you guys. I really felt that pain yesterday, the same pain I had back when I was 17 and basically my self-improvement journey started. I really was in pain physically, and that also put me back then in a very mentally bad spot, right? So really deep down know for yourself why you're doing this, and deep down know your pain. And if you feel a pain, don't ignore it, act upon it, right? Because no one is coming to save you, no one is going to do it for you. And if you don't act on the pain you're literally feeling right now, physically, mentally, whatever, and you don't want to change that, no one is going to do it for you, bro. So then you will go throughout life as a victim, right? And we have always seen time and time again that victims will never reach anything great in this life, right? So being victimized and thinking that you deserve more and it's always everybody else's fault, and you never take responsibility, you blame others all the time and this and that, and you're broke, and nobody got better in their life by being a victim, right? So start taking responsibility, feel your pain, and really embrace your pain, because that can actually be one of the most beautiful things that can happen to you, essentially. Because feeling pain and feeling a real pain, that's gonna allow you to change. That's gonna allow you to level up in life, right? If you don't feel a very big pain or you don't have a very big desire to change your life, why would you, right? So it's really important, guys, to know your pain, to act upon it, to not ignore it, to not be a victim, and make sure it's so big, or the desire is so big to actually change your life, that there's no other option. Because if there is no other option than changing your life and living a better life, living life on a higher level, there's no reason to not do it, right? So I hope this story inspired you guys. If you want to connect with me, I got some messages already from yesterday's video. Just send me a DM on Instagram. I'm happy to talk with you guys. See you guys tomorrow at the next growth talk. Like, subscribe. Bye.